The person, be it gentleman or lady, who has not pleasure in a good novel, must be intolerably stupid. Angry people are not always wise. There are people, who the more you do for them, the less they will do for themselves. The more I know of the world, the more I am convinced that I shall never see a man whom I can really love. I require so much. Life seems but a quick succession of busy nothings. I declare after all there is no enjoyment like reading. How much sooner one tires of anything than of a book. When I have a house of my own, I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library. I may have lost my heart, but not my self-control. There is a stubbornness about me that never can bear to be frightened at the will of others. My courage always rises at every attempt to intimidate me. Nothing ever fatigues me, but doing what I do not like. There is nothing I would not do for those who are really my friends. I have no notion of loving people by halves, it is not my nature. To flatter and follow others, without being flattered and followed in turn, is but a state of half-enjoyment. A lady's imagination is very rapid, it jumps from admiration to love, from love to matrimony in a moment. Give a girl an education and introduce her properly into the world, and 10 to 1 she has the means of settling well, without further expense to anybody. I wish, as well as everybody else, to be perfectly happy, but, like everybody else, it must be in my own way. Nobody can tell what I suffer. But it is always so. Those who do not complain are never pitied. Surprises are foolish things. The pleasure is not enhanced, and the inconvenience is often considerable. All the privilege I claim for my own sex, it is not a very enviable one, you need not covet it, is that of loving longest, when existence or when hope is gone. Is not general incivility the very essence of love? Friendship is certainly the finest balm for the pangs of disappointed love. You pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope, I have loved none but you. An unhappy alternative is before you, Elizabeth. From this day you must be a stranger to one of your parents. Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins, and I will never see you again if you do. Business, you know, may bring you money, but friendship hardly ever does. If a book is well written, I always find it too short. Had I been in love, I could not have been more wretchedly blind. But vanity, not love, has been my folly. If adventures will not befall a young lady in her own village, she must seek them abroad. To sit in the shade on a fine day, and look upon verdure is the most perfect refreshment. In vain have I struggled. It will not do. My feelings will not be repressed. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. I always deserve the best treatment because I never put up with any other. How quick come the reasons for approving what we like. If I could but know his heart, everything would become easy. There are certainly not so many men of large fortune in the world, as there are pretty women to deserve them. To be fond of dancing was a certain step towards falling in love. One man's ways may be as good as another's, but we all like our own best. I must learn to be content with being happier than I deserve. I come here with no expectations, only to profess, now that I am at liberty to do so, that my heart is and always will be yours. Nobody minds having what is too good for them. It is always incomprehensible to a man that a woman should ever refuse an offer of marriage. There could have been no two hearts so open, no tastes so similar, no feelings so in unison. It isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do. Indulge your imagination in every possible flight. I hate to hear you talk about all women as if they were fine ladies instead of rational creatures. None of us want to be in calm waters all our lives. A large income is the best recipe for happiness I ever heard of. One half of the world cannot understand the pleasures of the other. Know your own happiness. You want nothing but patience, or give it a more fascinating name, call it hope. Laugh as much as you choose, but you will not laugh me out of my opinion.